Minnesota Fighting Vikings quarterback Kirk Cousins has been a lightning rod amongst the fan base. The big contract, the funny aw shucks attitude, the Tim Pop Pizza Ranch dictator money, the rigging of elections in his self-contained Pizza Ranch Banana Republic. And also after the Vikings 1-5 start, he was straight booty. He was one of the worst quarterbacks in NFL history of the first 6 games. He really was. 64.6% completion percentage, 1,475 yards passing, a lot of it in garbage time, 8.4 yards per attempt. He had a quarterback rating of like 2 against the Colts. 11 touchdowns, 10 picks, which is the most in the NFL, barely beating out Carson Wentz, who was a huge garbage machine as well. An 88.2 quarterback rating, which is also 24th in the NFL. And even the most hardcore, ardent Kirk Cousins supporters were like, all right, I'm going to head out. Maybe the Vikings should cut him. Maybe they should eat that $41 million in dead cap and just move on with life. Just pick yourself a quarterback at the top of the draft when the Vikings were 1-5. They were slotted to pick in the top 5 range. And then, okay, move on. We're done. Finito. But then bye week came and went. Vikings won 3 straight division games, are 3-1 the last 4. And Kirk Cousins, since the bye, has been balling. He has. Last 4 games, Kirk Cousins, 71% completion percentage, 986 yards, 9.9 yards per attempt, which is the best in the NFL, 9 touchdowns, 1 pick, which was off that Thielen drop against Chicago by Khalil Mack, 83.7 PFF grade, 5th best in the NFL, as well as a 128.2 quarterback rating, which is the best in the NFL. Now, also, you put into context that the clown shoes drive against Dallas aside, the last 2 games has been some of the best football that Kirk Cousins has ever played. I mean, what Cousins did to the Bears Monday Night Football, especially on 3rd down, is legendary. It's sublime. His 140.1 quarterback rating against Dallas was his 4th 140-plus rated game of his Vikings career. So the last 2 weeks, he has been bringing it. And also, Dallas, what's most impressive, so the Vikings were down 16-7 at the half, and Cousins led them right down on the first drive after the half for a touchdown. They had 3 total TDs in the second half, and should it have not come down to that final drive where the defense couldn't hold Andy Dalton and company out of the end zone? Sure. They couldn't stop him on 4th down? Sure. Could the Vikings have picked up a couple of first downs and drained that clock, and then maybe that defensive stance doesn't happen? I mean, there's so many things that going on, whatever, but I mean, the defense just gets 1 stop, it's over. But if the Vikings are gonna hang on to that sliver, it's that little piece of 20% chance of making the playoffs and going to run, this Kirk needs to be around. This Kirk needs to show up. Bad Kirk needs to stay at bay. And you see that Kirk is getting more confidence. The offensive line is starting to gel. Ezra Cleveland coming back is going to be phenomenal. Gary Kubiak is starting to get into a groove calling plays. Adam Thielen, the most underrated receiver in the NFL, as well as Justin freaking Jefferson, Offensive Rookie of the Year, if Justin Herbert didn't exist, is looking phenomenal. And Dalvin Cook is playing at an MVP adjacent level. So the offense is starting to carry the supposedly defense-first team. The defense was starting to get things together, except for Dallas when Zimmer said, this defense is feeling its oats. Sure. But also, with the offense, I mean, take a little bit of something off of Dalvin's plate. Can he consistently handle 30 carries a game against 8-man boxes? Probably not. And also, if Kirk had somehow pulled it out at the end of the Cowboys game, just like the same situation where Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs against the Raiders down 28-24 did on Sunday Night Football. If Kirk would have done that, he would have been the toast of the town. I would have been like, you like that, you like that, you like that. But he didn't, so he's not. All right, but right, wrong, or otherwise, the specter of Cousins returning as the Viking starter in 2021 and 2022, I think it's more likely than not at this point because, remember, like we talked about, the way his contract is structured, if he's here the 3rd day of the new league year next year, he's going to be here in 2022 with $35 million base salary that becomes fully guaranteed. So if this Kirk is going to be that guy, if he is going to magically pull a late career Rich Gannon where he suddenly becomes one of the better quarterbacks in the league, or at least is not bad, sure, I'm in. You son of a bitch, I'm in. But also, still draft Desmond Ridder in the 3rd round. But either way, the Vikings, I mean, there's a lot of things that went wrong against the Cowboys. Kirk Cousins was not one of them for a change. He's been playing great ball the last 4 weeks. If it continues down the stretch, maybe the Vikings just keep that little bit of playoff hope alive. So we'll see from there. But your thoughts? Kirk Cousins balling out, or at least balling adjacent. Let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support that work? Post on the Venmo. But until next time, Skol, production value.